Hello everybody, this is Jeffrey GTR and welcome to the episode. In this episode, I'm going to do a request build using the GTR T Spec. Now, I've actually done this car in the last episode, but in this particular episode, it's going to be just a little bit different. In this particular tune, build is not really my particular tune, but it's actually this user. This user actually left a pretty big paragraph comment on what to do to the car, so that's what I'll be showcasing in this episode. Now, for some reason, if this particular car does not help out, I would have 3 links in the bottom of the description that you can click on. Those 3 links, and those would be good alternative builds to use for the weekly challenge for Tokyo Expressway 600. Fair warning, 2 of the 3 builds I'm going to be showcasing and sharing in the description might require you to be collector level 50. Just want to throw that out there just for a warning. So without any further ado, let's get started with the build. Now, as I mentioned in our last episode, in order to get the car, you can find this at the brand central. And I think you possibly could win this in the random ticket minigame. I'm not too sure. But that's the car itself. It's very similar to the 2017 variant. I think the only thing a little bit different, I think it's the weight overall. And of course, it's more than twice expensive, which is, I don't know why the reason is, but it is. Here is the livery that I've actually showcased. I'm going to share in this episode. It's a little bit different than the first build I did share in the last episode. So if you want to go ahead and search it up, you can. Once you apply this livery to the car, even though it's not really a livery, but I won't call it anyway, it'll automatically will give you the rims and the parts. Now, if you don't want this livery, but you want to have your own livery with the parts, here are the parts I'm using for this car. Just make sure you just copy the rims as you see there. For the front bumper, this particular tune is calling for a Type B front, a Type B side, and to finish up, a Type B wing. Now, you can also throw in a roll cage if you want to. That's just optional. After you get that, here are the parts you'll need from the tune shop. Starting off with brake detection stage 1 and sport heart tires for the first category. After you get these 2 parts, you're going to go over to the next category. All you need there is ballast. For the next category, the parts you'll need is going to be the fully customized LSD with the manual transmission. After that, the next category is going to be the anti-lag system. After you get that particular part, fully customized racing suspension, the racing clutch and flywheel. And after that part, you're going to get the torque vectoring differential. And that should be that right there. So here is the parts and the tune itself. I would recommend you go ahead and just simply copycat everything you see on the screen. Now, I basically first did what he wanted me to do, and I had some leftover performance points. So the only thing I did differently was, of course, add some more front downforce. And I went ahead and added an anti-lag system, and that was basically it. But if you want to go ahead, just copy the suspension, the downforce, the ballast number, the kilometers number on the transmission, then go ahead and do that. Now, one thing I did forget to mention in this particular tune is you also need the medium RPM turbocharger. As you see there, just right there. So I do apologize for accidentally skipping over that particular part. So if you manage to stay behind, hopefully you'll be able to see that. And yeah, hopefully it helps out. So there's the rest of the build right there. There's nothing really too complicated, just the medium RPM turbocharger, anti-lag system set to strong, weight reduction stage 1, racing clutch and flywheel, and that is pretty much it for this tune. So as we make it to this race, the car itself felt very smooth. Now, the only thing different I did in this particular race here is that the particular user very much requested for me to actually drive this car half shifting. So I did that most of the race, or almost all the whole entire race. I did some half shifting. The reason why I had to half shift the car was because of fuel. This particular GTR actually loves to drink up the fuel, and there's a good reason why. So this car has a lot of horsepower, a good bit of torque as well. So this car is going to be a little bit extra thirsty compared to other cars that we have driven in the past. But if you actually are a medium transmission driver and you're able to short shift this car, that it should pretty much give you a guarantee for you to do a one stop overall, which hopefully that's the case, because if you rev the car too much, that's going to really burn up your fuel, and you do not want that to happen. Now, of course, you can also, if you want to, adjust your fuel map settings as well, but I think it'd be a bit more effective and a bit more easier and better if you just go ahead and short shift the car. So as we make it through halfway through the first lap, we actually have cracked inside the top 5, making a very gutsy move on the Impreza as we send it through the corner, find ourselves in P4, and we can find ourselves right behind the old gen Supra. Now for this particular first lap, a main rule for Tokyo Expressway 600, if you're deciding to really go after it, try to get as many spots as you can in the first lap. You need to be very careful, you got to be a little bit cautious, and you got to make sure that when you make your moves, you make sure you have to be fully committed. Now right here, got very close. So the Supra, of course, has history as known. The Supra most time actually will mess up its braking point. As you see right there, we actually did make some contact right there, but luckily for us, which I'm glad to report, that even after making that contact, we did not lose the clearance bonus, which is actually kind of odd, because sometimes depending if you make contact with AI, sometimes you will or you will not lose that clean race bonus, which is quite weird. But for our first lap, not too bad at all. It's going to be a 2:19 overall, P3. Fast forward to lap 3. As we about to begin the third lap, we got through the main straightaway. As we make it through the city section of this racetrack, we're going to take a very nice line through here. As you see, the Honda takes that weird, awkward line. As we get through this next underpass, we are going to gain a lot of time on the Honda. Going to make a move right here as it allows it some space for us to make the move, and we're going to go ahead and grab the lead on this race. We're going to go ahead now and fast forward to lap number 4. It's going to be our official hot lap for this race. I would really recommend you just watch this hot lap, see what this car is doing, and just pay attention to the braking areas, when they get back to the gas, gearing, all that stuff. And I'll be right back to get back to the rest of this episode. Alright, so as we fast forward to lap number 6, we've actually officially made halfway. Now, unfortunately, the user that did describe it said that I would be able to make it to lap 7. Unfortunately, that was not the case. I think I made a few mistakes of not shifting to different gears early enough, I think. But that's okay, because thankfully for us, like I said before, this is going to be a confirmed one pit stop. Now, unfortunately for us, we will have to wait here for a bit longer just to refuel the car fuel. and we'll be back on our way. But luckily for us, we had ourselves some really good race pace overall. We were able to do a couple of 207s. We were going to lose a lead, but as we start lap 7, we are going to be able to make the charge back at the Riyamiya RX-7. So as we make it through these couple of corners, you'll begin to see of how quickly we were able to catch up with that particular car. Now, one thing I probably forgot to mention in this race is I actually did like I did in the last episode. I used my personal Logitech G29 race wheel, and I got to admit, with the race wheel, just like it was in my other tune, the car itself felt very smooth. Now, there was a couple of times I actually did get a little bit loose or a little bit wobbly, but apart from that, the car itself, it just felt very, very, very smooth and matched very well with the wheel too, with its driving style. So we have finally made it back. Took us literally a lap to catch up from the ground that we lost. And luckily for us, we find ourselves right in the perfect spot of this main straightaway. We're going to go ahead and be able to get the slip from the RX-7 Riyamiya, use that to our advantage, and then once we get past the finish line, we're going to do ourselves a nice, lovely slingshot to its left side. And from that point on, we will recapture the lead, and this time we're going to keep it. As we fast forward to the end of the race, the front tires did begin to wear out, but I don't think they were not nearly as bad condition as they were in the last race, which was quite interesting to see that. But surprisingly, for our pace, it's going to be 26:16. So literally, give or take about a second faster than what we did in the previous episode. But to tell you the truth, this particular tune, the car actually felt a little bit smoother and a little bit faster too. So if you want to give that a shot, you can. Or if you want to use other builds I also have in the description below, you can try them out too. So that's going to be it for today's episode. Now you do see there is in fact the Mazda 7878B. I think what I'm going to try to do for Wednesday, if I'm up to it, I might actually go back to do Le Mans and do some more of the 24-hour endurance race. I think since it's been rumored for Thursday that it could be potentially a big update, which may or may not affect the cars, especially with the PP points with all the tunes. I don't want to really necessarily make a risk to make a last-minute tune video for Tokyo, just in case if it actually does not work out the following day. So next project's going to be the live stream. I'll see if I'm up to it tomorrow, which hopefully I will be. It'll just depending on how I feel. But other than that, hopefully today's episode has helped you out. And if there is any other particular builds you want me to try out, or try any other particular builds for Sardegna, Spa, or Le Mans, you're more than welcome to add any other suggestions below. Hopefully you also enjoyed today's episode. If you want to go ahead and leave a like, it's up to you. Same thing goes for subscribing to the channel. If you want to, you can do that as well. It's totally up to you. If you want to do that as well. So until then, hopefully you guys have a great rest of the day or night where it might be. And I'll see you guys later and take care.